Hey there, neighbors and naysayers. March 28th, 2024. Well, if you're a baseball fan, today is opening day of baseball. I am not a baseball fan. Not that I have anything against it. I just am not a baseball fan. But this is the first time in documented history that I can remember that we're going to be turning livestock out on opening day of baseball. This field looks pretty ugly, but the grass plants are all there. It'll all grow back. But it just got to a point where we've got 500 heat units of growth. We can't hardly hold the sheep back anymore. They got out yesterday. They've been out multiple times. We're out of hay in the hay racks. We got to put hay in. We're down to first crop hay. And I know that if I put hay in the racks, they'll get out and I'll never keep them back in, and I'll have 3 half-eaten bales there that I got to do something with. So the alternative is go ahead and open the gate and start the grazing season. All right, girls, come on. And there they go. So we won't turn the rest of the world out. The stocker steers, we're going to make a decision whether we turn them out or not in 2 days or 3 days when the sheep get up there. That'll tell us whether we're ready for them or not. We'll see what the growth looks like between now and then. And then the cow herd, again, same thing. We'll pick them up as we go by or won't. It just depends. We have never been out this early before. So I don't, this is whole new charted territory. I'm trying to decide what all we're going to do. We went out almost this early once before, and we were able to just walk away from a field, which may be that lower field there, or maybe another field somewhere. We just kind of left the field and didn't graze it at all. And then when it come time for lambing, because we only lamb for 2 weeks, typically we just put the sheep in a field and strip grazed them for 2 weeks across the field, and we had enough grass to get through. It was actually this field, to be honest. This was about 3 feet high in grass, and we just strip grazed across it. And by the time we got through this one and that one, we had all the lambs on the ground, and we went on, and it made lambing a whole lot better, not having to move ewes and lambs, although that's not a giant problem for us. So I don't know that we'll worry about it. We'll just see. All new uncharted territory. Rachel is the grass expert, and she's telling me it's time. If we're going to stay ahead of it, it's time. Go. So, and it just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to bring hay out. And I got a lamb right there with bottle jaw. We're typically pretty parasite resistant, but the longer they stay in that, the worse parasite issues we're going to have. So just a time to go. Like I said, we'll just pick up the rest as we go by and make decisions as we go. The cows will stay for a little while longer. And I really like to feed up some more hay, but we got a whole bunch of rain coming our way too, so that may influence our decision. That honestly influenced my decision to move them too. This field here is going to look like hell if it rains. The sheep hate it there because there's just no grass to get up and lay on, so they lay on the hay piles. And this is gonna hopefully be the last time we ever look at a field like this. I made a decision that a couple days ago that we will buy that electric woven wire fence next year, two additional rolls of it, and we'll Levi's chasing the chicken around trying to catch it, and we're going to set up a bale grazing field with poly wire on the sides and make it 164 feet long, which is the length of one of those rolls of poly woven wire, and that's will be our front fence for grazing bale grazing the sheep. And we're just going to bale graze them the same as we do the steers. Everything will bale graze. What hay we feed next year will all be bale graze, so we won't have this situation that we have here this year. It's a good feeling knowing we're coming probably to the end of this, and things will change and things will be different. And I know I'm getting long in the tooth on the video here, but I guess that's part of our thing right now as we're talking about the grazing council and things that we do. My focus when I've got nothing else better to think of is how do I help my fellow neighbor in sometimes just seeing what they're doing is a problem, and sometimes understanding that there's a better way, and we found so many better ways. I had a group of kids the other day I was working with, and they were talking about a sacrifice area, and we were planning this for this producer, and I said, okay, let's talk about a sacrifice area. Let's go to the root, the word sacrifice. Does anyone want to sacrifice any part of their farm? Does anyone want to sacrifice grass? Does anyone want to sacrifice an animal or a child? No one wants to sacrifice anything. It's not a good word in any way, shape, or form. So why do we willingly choose to sacrifice an area of our farm every year when we've got the option to reduce our herd and stockpile grass? We've got the option to bale graze. We've got the option to build a heavy use pad if that works for you. We've got the option to unroll hay. And this is a sacrifice area. Now, it's not near as bad because it's sheep and not cows, but it's still a sacrifice area. I sacrificed a whole bunch of growth there that I'm not going to get. Now, am I going to have plenty? Yeah. Is that going to recover? Certainly. Way better than the unrolled field over on the other side. But why would we want to sacrifice anything? I can see now part of this is that's all tall fescue. We beat the tar out of it. I need to get some seed on it quick. Whenever it's not raining, if it's not raining this weekend, I'll be spreading Italian ryegrass and other mixture on there just to try to get something else to compete with the fescue that's there. But why would we want to sacrifice a part of our farm? We've got better options. Let's think about that. We're going into spring and we're going into growth, and we're all thinking about that right now, but now is also the time to start thinking about what and where are we going to do this again next winter, and how are we going to make it better. If you have to, write it down. If you need to, put it in a calendar reminder on your phone, so that you know we don't go into the winter doing the same damn thing over and over again that we did last winter, and the winter before, and the winter before, and the winter before that. With that, I'll say we'll see you next time.